Hey, how's it going? Mike from Critical Bench. This is Chandler Marchman. We're at his gym, Elite Strength and Conditioning, located in Tampa, Florida here. And I'm going to talk to Chandler today about his new program that's coming out called Swole System. And I got a review copy and was checking it out last night. And we're just going to do some questions, a little interview here for Chandler. How you doing today?
Doing great, man. It's Flex Friday. Always a good day.
Cool. We'll be doing that workout in a little bit. So how'd you get the idea for the Swole System?
Well, I had always been a power athlete. I was in baseball when I was in high school, and that had been a year-round thing from the time I was probably 5. So when sports was done, when I was washed up, I had to have some reason to train, and I didn't want to just train just for looks. So I wanted to match looks with performance as well. And a great method that I learned was the conjugate method. Louis Simmons put together a great system with the West Side barbell, and I kind of adapted that to kind of blend in with a little bit of the bodybuilding. So we have the performance side and the aesthetics, and it's worked great for us so far.
Cool. And I think in your bio you called yourself a washed up meathead.
Washed up meathead. That's exactly what it is.
So this kind of program's perfect because it gives you a challenge. It lets you still have something to train for. It reaches all your goals at the same time.
Absolutely, man. Whether you're a young power athlete in football, track, whatever you might need for any power sports, or just a washed up meathead, weekend warrior, whatever you want to call it, it's a great way to increase strength, make yourself look good on the beach, and ultimately be able to perform as well. So cool. It's a great system.
Now you call yourself Swolgers, and it's called the Swole System. What is Swole? Tell us what that means.
Being swole means being jacked, being ripped, and being able to do something with what you got. It's not just a look. It's not just how you perform. It's a combination of the two. It's how you carry on with your life. Confidence and just being a badass, man.
All right, cool. Because you got some guys that just train to look good, right? But they really can't do anything with it if they got to play a sport or do anything with performance. And you got other guys that are good athletes, but they're missing some of the muscle growth and some of the abs showing and stuff like that. So how did you set this up to kind of do multiple goals at the same time? I know you modeled some of the West Side tactics. What do some of the other days look like? What are some of the exercises you believe in?
Well, one of the things that actually CrossFit did a lot of good with was the metabolic conditioning. And I liked that mold, but there was kind of a gap. I didn't really see much organization with some of the things they were doing. So basically what I did is I knew with the weak point training that we needed to do to get our core lifts for powerlifting, which we'll utilize with our with the system. In order to increase those lifts, we had to match it up with the weak point training. And basically, the metabolic conditioning we do on our brick shithouse days, that is addressing those weak points. And because it's in a circuit format, where it's strengthening those weak points while also keeping our heart rate up. So it's a great way to basically maintain the muscle that we've worked hard to develop while also keeping our heart rate up, increasing our resting metabolic rate, and burning a lot of fat. Okay,
so is that the conditioning or the cardio part of the program?
Absolutely, it's the man cave cardio.
All right, so that's what, once a week or so?
We do that about once a week, and then again every day with our finishers. Okay. We have basically like a miniature brick shithouse day. It's about 5 minutes. And it's a great way to finish the workout and get a little bit of conditioning in as well.
Yeah, some of you guys might have seen another product Chandler's got that we sell called Hybrid Finishers, and he's like an expert on finishers. Basically, instead of doing 45 minutes to 60 minutes on the treadmill at the end of your workout and turning a workout into like a 2-hour thing with boring cardio, he's put together these circuit-type cardio sessions called finishers that you do at the end of your workouts. They're quick, 10 to 15 minutes?
Less than that, 5-10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It's quick and intense.
And it's not heavy weight. You're using like light dumbbells or barbells, and you kind of go through rounds and you get your cardio done fast. So that's definitely cool. And you got that in every workout?
Every workout. Every workout.
Now, at your gym here, you train a lot of high school athletes. You've got some college, a few pros.
We have everything from the high school, college, and professional athletes to guys like myself that just want to continue being in the shape that they were when they were in active sports, and even pushing past that. We have guys that just want to look good, but also be able to, in a pickup game of basketball on the weekends, really, manhandle people. So it's a great combination of, like I said, the performance and the aesthetics. We want to look good, but we also want to be able to perform as well as we look. So We have two demographics. We have the meatheads and the guys that are still competitive in sports.
Okay. Now, do they using the same kind of program? Is that where it came from?
All the same, all the same. Yep.
All right, cool.
Everyone is doing the same things. We have our days set up to where they're going to benefit through our core lifts, and every one of our core lifts has a specific goal. Every one of those goals matches up with the goals that our athletes and our meatheads have. So ultimately, it's regardless of what you're coming here for, you're going to get the benefit from our training.
Okay. Now, looking around at the gym, I'm seeing a lot of really cool stuff. I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but Chandler has got all kinds of equipment. Some of this stuff you might not find at a regular gym, or if you've got a home gym. So I guess I'm asking, do you have to have any special equipment or anything like that to do this program, or what is required? What do you have to have access to in order to get the full benefit from it?
If you have the equipment that we have here, some of the specialized equipment, it does make a difference, but not so much so that if you follow our system using the basics, just barbells, dumbbells, you'll still be able to benefit from it.
Okay.
It's more about the system. It's more about, just the core lifts and the very simple movements that we're doing after those core lifts that make the difference. It's having that organized system in place. Everything's percentage based. Everything's put in place for a reason. And it's more about the system than just what you're throwing on top of things. The chains, the bands, the strongman stuff, it does help, I'm not going to lie, but ultimately you will still be able to get awesome benefits and awesome results with just the bare bones.
So there are replacement things you can do if you don't have something? Okay,
absolutely.
Cool. Now, do you need to have someone to train with to do it, or is it something you could do by yourself?
I always tell people it's good to have someone training with you. It pushes you harder, and a lot of our system is based upon what I learned in the college strength conditioning. And that environment, it's all about competition. People pushing each other to be better. And if you do have someone, it will help you push harder for getting those results faster. But also on a max effort day, just for safety reasons, you don't want to be on a 1 rep max on a bench press and have yourself get tricked by the bar. You want to make sure you're minding that, but it does have its benefits past just the safety. You're going to be able to be pushed harder, and when you are pushed harder, your intensity is there, and your intensity is there, you're going to get results a lot faster. That's what we want.
All right, cool. Girls and guys, make any difference?
Girls, they're going to come in here, they better be aware of what we're doing, and they better adopt to it quick. It's not going to be something that when they come in here, I'm going to give them the Shape magazine treatment. They're going to do everything we do in here. All right. Don't treat them any different.
Now, would you treat this system, the Swole system, a 13-year-old teenager just starting out and a guy who's been lifting for 10 years? Can everybody use it, or are there different modifications? Or
everyone can benefit from the goals that we have in place and how we address those goals. That said, if it's a noob, a guy that's a kid that just turned 13 and he can't do a proper body weight squat, obviously we're not going to give him any external load. He's going to master his own body weight first, but then once he progresses, and at that age you're going to progress quickly, we will get him under some weight, really get him to master the form, and that's when we really focus on putting him with the system. Certain things are going to change. The dynamic days, it's going to be a little bit higher percentage, and we'll put on a few more reps just so he'll be able to get some work in as well.
Right.
But ultimately, the same goals apply, and we're going to train him with the same principles.
And you have videos up too showing how to do the different exercises?
Absolutely. Form is really important, man.
So, that's huge. If a lot of times you buy workouts and you read it, but you don't know how to do the exercises. I've bought programs, I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then I go to YouTube and you look up the exercise, and who knows if that person's doing it right. So here with the Swole system, you get all the videos with it, and it shows you how to do it from a certified strength and conditioning specialist, Chandler here, and his team of trainers with all kinds of athletes that are coming here. So you're learning how to do all these lifts correctly and maybe differently. There's different variations and versions of a lot of these as well. So I think that's a huge component of the program for sure.
Absolutely.
You talked about max effort, dynamic effort. If people aren't familiar with that terminology, could you kind of just explain, there's a variety of whether you're lifting heavy or for speed, things like that.
Basically, our core lifts, our main lifts of the day, which are going to be variations of the bench, squat, and deadlift, there's going to be 3 modes to how we train them. And there's going to be the max effort, which is going to be anywhere from a 1 rep max to a 5 rep max. Ultimate goal there, obviously, to gain maximal strength. There's going to be the dynamic effort days, which is going to be sub-maximal weight, anywhere from a 40 to a 55%. Obviously, with that, it's very light, and our goal is to increase rate of force development. A really quick and easy way to think of that is just becoming more explosive, powerful. With that, it's going to be more sets but less reps. We're training our body to be faster, more explosive, so we don't want to have a lot of volume per set. We want to get our body to adapt to moving faster, not slower. Those last couple reps, if they're slow, that's what our body's going to adapt to. So with that, a few reps, and then we have our repetitive days. That's more the traditional meathead, old school bodybuilding. That's what's going to put on a lot of size and strength, strength endurance rather, and it's a great way to build muscular endurance as well. For a lot of the athletes we have, muscular endurance is very important, and when you match those three up, you're going to be a bigger, stronger, more explosive athlete or individual, which always helps in life.
Plus the finishers for the fat burning, so you don't just get big and bloated and too big, which isn't the look people are going for nowadays.
No, not at all.
It used to just be like, see how big you can get, but now you got to look like an athlete as well. And you've got the max effort for the strength. You've got the muscle building on your speed days. There's also plyos, right, for explosiveness and things.
Plyos every day. There's some plyometric, and it's great to actually stimulate the nervous system, basically get you ready for the core lift. The plyos are always going to be before the core lift, so because of the type of movement it is, we're typically going to try to mimic the same movement with our plyos as we're going to do with our core lift. So if we're doing a bench press, we'll probably do a clapping push-up, something very quick and explosive. If you notice, that's the same movement that you're going to be moving this barbell with. So it's basically getting your body ready to move fast and explosively while also training you to increase the rate of force development.
It's almost like a warm-up, and it primes you for the movement you're about to do, get your nervous system ready for it, get you better at the main lift of the day.
Yep.
So how many days a week are you training for this?
Our core lifts, basically, we're doing 4 days a week.
Okay.
No, 4 days a week. And outside that, the brick shit house days, our conditioning days, that's going to be once a week.
Okay.
Past that, it's typically us just getting here trying to recover. It is, it's pretty tough. It's hard on your body, but that's why we have our rest days, and we also have our deloads as well.
And how long does a workout take? Less than an hour?
If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it should take you no longer than an hour. Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, man. I think we covered our bases. Definitely check out Chandler's Swole system. If you want to look like Chandler, you want to
don't look like me. Be better than me.
That's the program you want to check out. Highly recommended. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. If you got any other questions about them, just post it below and we'll get them answered for you.